Today's topic, Medicare fraud. Medicare fraud is happening all over the country in each state. What are the top Medicare fraud states? Well, here are 10 states, like in Miami, Florida. The District of Columbia, number 1. Delaware, number 2. Texas, where I live. Overpayments from 2 years ago, $50,244,702.35. That's not even good. That's more. You know what? This right here, New Jersey, 22 million. Oklahoma, 9 million. Connecticut, 7 million. Louisiana, 8 million. 22,000 for Pennsylvania, 47 million for California. Arkansas is 6 million. I think the real problem is these white people rip people off because of the stuff. But how do you know if you're getting ripped off from Medicare? How do you report? How does it work? Well, FastCompany.com has 6 easy steps to commit Medicare fraud. Don't do it. Don't do this in your Medicare state, because you don't want to listen to these steps. So these are for parents. These are for adults to know how exactly people can find out how Medicare fraud works. This is how people commit Medicare fraud in 6 easy steps, thanks to FastCompany.com. And there's like a lot of steps people can do to easily do Medicare fraud and simply spend time in jail. Number 1, a budding Medicare thief can have to use existing client list, a billing system like 2-man but elements so we can create a phantom business. So watch out for those phantom businesses because they can easily spot Medicare. To do the latter, he needs to pay out the nominal fee to sign up for Medicare provider. Then he needs a computer, it's a billing software to match the phantom diagnosis to phantom seizures and medication. So you gotta watch out for these phantom businesses so that you don't be ripped off. Number 2, the new business owner needs to purchase a list of Medicare patients' ID with some ID numbers for doctors so that they can authorize prescriptions and the procedures. What he or she can do is buy the list from the black market brokers who often get them from corrupt hospital or insurance company employees. The quality of the list is important not only to the determination of income, but if it's too old, some of the patients and doctors might be dead, incarcerated, or deported. So you gotta watch out for those. If you don't want them to you gotta avoid this. All of this, which this is where, mission number 3. It's essential when an empty storefront to have a physical address. It doesn't need to be big. The thief won't be moving into any equipment. Nobody will need to open the doors. Watch out for those, and don't even get phone calls from Medicare businesses so that people who say if you have Medicare fraud, if you have Medicare that needs to be helped, don't even pursue those. Number 4, finding a strong owner comes next. It should be someone who needs money. Won't ask too many questions and is suspicious. Ideally, it's an legal immigrant who doesn't speak fluent English and can be convinced what he's doing is legitimate. With a straw owner, the thief can then incorporate the new business with the slate. You'll need to make sure his real name does not appear in the paperwork. Otherwise, if his real name's in the paperwork, he won't own the business. So watch out for that. Number 5, now time to start sending in bills. Some claim it was rejected when the government recognizes the patient when the doctor is dead or deported. Such rejections help a fund raise to disrupt the client list. And later billing amounts, the list gets cleaner and cleaner. And even with the company rejections, he's probably okay. CMS doesn't have the capacity to investigate. So if you're being so with that in mind, you got to make sure you're not being ripped off. I'll explain some tips in a second. Number 6, with the wheels of the fund set in motion, you can now wait for the checks to roll in. To be safe, most Medicare thieves run the business for 6 months to a year. After that, they close down and go back to step 1. So it's like I call this the Medicare fraud cycle. Why? Because it's like the thieves. It's like the water cycle, but different. But thieves can go step 1 to step 6, and then they go back to everything. So you have to avoid that which. So what you have to do is make sure to spot one. If you spot one, walk away. Don't try to get engaged like, I paid this amount of money for my medication, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Don't cuss the Medicare out. Don't ever do what you want to do unless you get really angry. Now, how would you know if you're being ripped off for Medicare fraud? I mean, how would you avoid and report it? Here's some do's and don'ts from Medicare.gov that really help you. To protect your Medicare number, do protect your Medicare number or Medicare on your Medicare card, and your Social Security number, your Social Security card. Treat your Medicare card like it's a credit card. In other words, don't lose your credit card. Keep it in a safe place where thieves don't find it. Remember that that's not ever free. Don't accept offers for money or gifts for free Medicare. Don't bribe the officers with Medicare. Like, I'll give you my Medicare card if you want me to go, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Feel free to ask questions. You have the right to know everything about your Medicare, including the cost of bill to Medicare. So if you're asked, like, well, will my insurance be covered by the Medicare bill, so on and so forth, just ask some questions. Don't even be jealous. It's your Medicare card. You're free to do whatever you want with it. Educate yourself on Medicare. Know your rights. Know what a provider can and can't bill on Medicare. Use a calendar to record all your doctor's appointments and what tests or x-rays to get. Then check your Medicare statements carefully to make sure you get each service listed and all the details correct. If you spend time in the hospital, make sure you get admission date, discharge date, and diagnosis of your bill are correct. If they're incorrect, go straight to your doctor. Also, do be wary of providers who tell you the term item in service isn't usually covered, but they know how to bill Medicare, so Medicare will pay. You got to make sure you understand how the plan works before you join. How does this plan work? Quite simple, actually. I'll tell you that shortly. You only got to check your pills before you leave the pharmacy to make sure you got the correct medication, including whenever it's a brand or a generic in full amount. You don't get your full prescription. Report the problem to the pharmacist. Like, I don't know. I don't have an example. Do report suspected instances of fraud. Now here's some notes. Don't allow everyone except for your doctor or other Medicare providers to review medical records or recommended services. Don't give any information to your relatives or to your friend. You gotta give if you are a kid, your parent or your guardian has your medical information, and the school can have the right to review your medical. No. Don't contact your doctor to request a service that you don't need. Don't anyone persuade you to take to see a doctor for your care or services you don't need. Don't accept medical supplies from door-to-door salesmen. Otherwise, therefore, don't even get a box of Medicare stuff. Go knock on the door like, excuse me, sir, would you like a box of Medicare stuff for $5? Don't be acting like a door-to-door salesman. If someone comes to your door claiming to be for Medicare or Medicaid, remember the Medicare and Medicaid don't send representatives to your home to sell products or services. Don't ever do that. Don't be influenced by certain media advertising about your health. Many television and radio ads don't have your best interest at heart. So in other words, if you see an advertisement for Tylenol, then you have to be really careful. They're trying to persuade you. And last but not least, don't give your Medicare card, Medicare number, Social Security card, or Social Security number to anyone except your doctor or an authorized Medicare provider. So your parents, if you live by yourself, you have control of your own Medicare card. If you live with your parents, then your guardian has control of your Medicare card. Don't go giving it out to a friend. Don't give it to your girlfriend. Don't give it to to whoever. Don't even do it. If you do that, you're just giving a break. You literally. Seriously, give me a break. Up next, do you ever see someone hugging in school or kissing? You want to stop this? We're going to talk about PDA. That's next. Now we're going to risk getting denied by students who I tell on saying, he's hugging things. He's like, I didn't do anything. Like this, that, blah, blah, blah. But we're talking about PDA. That's public display of affection includes physical and content, including nothing but limited. Touching, hand holding, fondling, cuddling, kissing, etc. School or school-sponsored activity between two students actually in a relationship. Basically, like that. What is a PDA policy? This policy outlines the following information expecting employer behavior regarding the issue of personal digital assistance, which contains sensitive data which protect the health information. That's a different kind of PDA. We're talking about stuff like hugging and kissing. How do you handle PDA? How do you stop it? Well, some schools even have this no PDA policy where if you hug and kiss, you're out the door. Most policies in the student handbook, well, my school has a case, there's like hug and kiss, but there are plenty of times where you can hug and kiss. That's off campus. You can't be allowed to hug and kiss in your personal area in school. No, that's not allowed. You can't be doing it. They have plenty of offenses. That the first offense will be verbal warning. Parents will be informed with the issue, whether being emailed or phone call home. Second offense, 5 days detention. Parent coughs on the issue. 3 days in school placement. Parent coughing on the issue. Students shall refrain while on a school activity. In other words, you don't have to do that. But you can. Don't hug somebody you don't know. There are other ways to meet someone newly. You just say hi. You just gotta say hi or hello. It's not that simple. You don't just go hug someone that you don't know. They'll just reject you. There are other ways. Like there's kissing, holding hands, fondling, cuddling, inappropriate touching, loving, massaging, caressing, stroking, petting, excessive hugging. And last Sunday, ABC News did a story about the PDA polo match. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry show PDA at a polo match for the first time. It says right there, on Saturday they attended a public event as a couple the first time. A significant step in their relationship. That's fine, which is off campus. Well, that's good. My message to students out there is don't ever do this. No PDA on campus. If you're going to do this, if you're going to hug and kiss, do it off campus so that you'll be a way out of the situation. So I'll be back with a program note, and someone who loved very much is leaving the show. I'll explain that to you when we come back. So I didn't know this. Our friend, no, not my friend, John Stossel of the Fox show and former anchor in 2020, debuted the final episode of Stossel on December 16th of last year. Literally, his topics mainly covered on Donald Trump. I watched the show, but I believe in what he says on global climate change, healthcare, capitalism, food police, Cleveland. I believe everything he says. Please, I believe everything he says. I'm going to tell you something. The reason why I started doing Give Me a Break is because I simply want to focus on the topics that I feel most daily when it be issued about. Like, I discuss topics like school bullying. I discuss topics like bullying, the PDA, let's see, school lunches. Basically, the stuff that I feel like should be really discussed in front of the camera so that the viewers of YouTube will get to experience all the realities that what I see. And what I saw was, like, let me tell you something. You get up an lemonade stand, that got my attention of starting a new segment on YouTube called Give Me a Break. So, John Sasso, if you're watching this, I know it's been last year, but I wish you luck. You have been the best. You've been you're like my hero. I'm your, I'm like your hero. You're my hero. Say something. John Sasso is my hero when it comes to these topics. Like illegal everything, Obama, Texas versus California, the blob, gas, big brother, trouble with lawyers, everything. He's my hero when it comes to this stuff. That's why the reason I want to do these things because I want to take back all the knowledge that I've witnessed. PDA, like all school systems, all of the scams, just to give you tips about what to do whenever you're in a situation like this. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about plumbing scams and how you can avoid your plumbing scams by having someone make up the different price from the actual retail price of the plumbing. Also, we're also going to talk about the top 8 frequently. We're also going to talk about the top 8 frequency used student discipline in schools. What everyone can do, with everything, from verbal warnings to timeouts to detention to in-school suspension, out-school suspension, corporal punishment. We're simply going to discuss all this tomorrow on Game and Direct. So, with that in mind, we wrap up this program. For John Stossel, I wish you the best in Fox News and all of us at YouTube. I'm in touch, so you be in touch. For more on this Give Me a Break playlist, go to the link in the description below to find out more about this Give Me a Break playlist and see what you can do to help out your friends in need. Because I'm there for you. I'm always there. Follow us on YouTube all around the world.